traders worship poverty like a golden calf. Lose themselves chasing candles, moving way too fast. The wisdom worth more than silver and the gold. The disciplined mind worth more than what's inside your palm. Following up a lot powder when I say I had the right resistance. Market levels and the chains that kept affecting my decisions. Now to set a cleaner, spirit moving sharper. Every setback became fuel for moving smarter. They panic with the crowd when the headlines hit. The move they know a builder while they left that. Discreparate and look foolish before the rain arrives. But survivors think different when they fighting to survive. Fast seasons feeling buried underneath the pressure. The seeds gotta die before they multiply forever. That's kingdom mathematics, that's the Lord's own reaper. Patient trader eat, non-emotional trader sleep.
It's bigger than trading.
It's about mastering yourself.
Anybody can enter a trade.
You can conquer emotion.
Escape Babylon.
The cycle.
Move with wisdom.
Build with faith.
Smart action trading.
They told us chase fast money,
Bad money.
worship greed,
Love for trading.
panic with the crowd,
Modern Babylon.
build on fear.
Distraction and emotional slavery.
But discipline,
Patience.
wisdom,
Wisdom.
that's how you escape the system.
Smart action trading.
Yeah.
Jericho walls falling when my faith get louder. Used to trade emotional, now my spirit's stronger. Joshua rebuilding while they doubted every step. Now the pressure build diamonds every time I get tested. Escaping Babylon,
I can live shade of fear.
market full of idols.
I just walk with vision clear.
Planting seeds of solid.
While they chase attention.
Labor bring the harvest when you move with intention. Used to chase every candlelight to move with salvation. Lost inside the noise, trapped in desperation. Babylon system got the masses moving blind. Over leveraged souls getting swallowed by the grind. See the charts became mirrors showing pride and greed. Every red candle exposed what's inside of me. Had to crucify emotion, let discipline arise. Cause revenge trading killed quicker than a thief at night. Jericho standing tall like impossible resistance. But faith make walls go after consistent persistence. Joshua marching even when it made no sense. The patience in the rocket when you wait for confirmation. See the weak chase entrance, the wise wait calmly. Person either burst pipes or create kings sharply. Now I move strategic like the shepherd with the stone. Gave it burst of giants every morning at the open fold. In the wilderness, the promise still ahead. Every loss ain't destruction. Sometimes God rebuild the traitor instead.
Jericho walls falling when my faith get louder. Used to trade emotional, now my spirit's stronger. Joshua rebuilding while they doubted every step. Now the pressure build diamonds every time I get them tested. Escaping Babylon,
I can live shade of fear.
market full of idols.
I just walk with vision clear.
Planting seeds of solid.
While they chase attention.
Labor bring the harvest when you move with intention.
I seen traders worship poverty like a golden calf. Lose themselves chasing candles, moving way too fast. The wisdom worth more than silver and the gold. The disciplined mind worth more than what's inside your palm. Following up a lot powder when I say I had the right resistance. Market levels and the chains that kept affecting my decisions. Now to set a cleaner, spirit moving sharper. Every setback became fuel for moving smarter. They panic with the crowd when the headlines hit. The move they know a builder while they left that. Discreparate and look foolish before the rain arrives. But survivors think different when they fighting to survive. Fast seasons feeling buried underneath the pressure. The seeds gotta die before they multiply forever. That's kingdom mathematics, that's the Lord's own reaper. Patient trader eat, non-emotional trader sleep.
It's bigger than trading.
It's about mastering yourself.
Anybody can enter a trade.
You can conquer emotion.
Escape Babylon.
The cycle.
Move with wisdom.
Build with faith.
Smart action trading.
They told us chase fast money,
Bad money.
worship greed,
Love for trading.
Panic with the crowd.
Out of Babylon,
You don't feel.
distraction and emotional slavery.
But discipline,
Patience,
wisdom,
wisdom,
that's how you escape the system.
smart action trading.
Yeah.
Jericho walls falling when my faith get louder. Used to trade emotional, now my spirit's stronger. Joshua rebuilding while they doubted every step. Now the pressure build diamonds every time I get tested. Escaping Babylon,
I can live shade of fear.
market full of idols.
I should walk with vision clear.
Planting seeds of silence.
While they chase attention.
Labor bring the harvest when you move with intention. Used to chase every candlelight and move with salvation. Lost inside the noise, trapped in desperation. Babylon system got the masses moving blind. Over leveraged souls getting swallowed by the grind. See the charts became mirrors showing pride and greed. Every red candle exposed what's inside.
The information shared during this live stream is for educational and informational purposes only and should not be considered financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. All trades, ideas, and strategies discussed are my personal opinions and are not recommendations to buy or sell any securities. Trading involves risk, and you should always do your own research and consult with a licensed financial professional before making any investment decisions. You are solely responsible for your own trading results. The information shared during this live stream is for educational and informational purposes only and should not be considered financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. All trades, ideas, and strategies discussed are my personal opinions and are not recommendations to buy or sell any securities. Trading involves risk, and you should always do your own research and consult with a licensed financial professional before making any investment decisions. You are solely responsible for your
Top of the morning, traders, and happy Tuesday, August 25th, and welcome to the Most Value Pack Live Trading Show, where we live trade, breakdown, charts, cover high impact events, and top trader mindset. Hope everyone had a wonderful day yesterday and is ready to kick off another opportunity-filled day. Today, we are looking to gap up to open things up, gap up on SPY, gap up on the Qs, gap up on the Dow, and gap up on small caps as well. So gap up to kick things off will be what takes place off the open. So just because we gap up doesn't mean we're bullish. We still have to take the intraday action into consideration. We're still trading within that 3-day range. We're looking to take advantage of the best opportunities, guys. Quality over quantity. What happened yesterday stays yesterday. What happens today stays in today. Let's have a great trading day, guys. Manage your risk. If you're wrong, don't be wrong for long. See profit, take profit type of mindset is going to be critical. And we're officially open. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, guys. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. As you're coming on YouTube, make sure to like the video. Let's get the likes up. Make sure to subscribe. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. And if you're looking to join us for the delay-free, ad-free stream and access all of our tools and resources, spystrikers.com. Use the code TRIAL30. You'll have access to everything we have to offer. All right, so every day, just gap up, gap down, gap up, gap down. So even those individual names, guys, those big names, mega cap tech names, they're gapping up, gapping down. Some of them are opening up in the jaws of a previous gap. We like to call that a gap sandwich. So it's just a nightmare if you're a swing trader. Okay, it's just purely anything goes. It's either you win big or lose big. Okay, so let's see what we can take advantage of today. Mark out our BOG, TOG, G50. Good morning, good morning, good morning, guys. Good morning, good morning, good morning. If we have any first-time viewers joining us, let us know where you're joining from. Okay, so Meta starting to push here. Right off the open, Meta's pushing. Palantir is pushing. We got Nvidia falling off a cliff, Apple pushing. For all these names pushing, okay, I want them to respect their pre-market levels, all right? Respect your pre-market levels if it's legit. If it's legit, respect your pre-market levels. Okay, respect your pre-market levels if it's legit. We're starting to see small cap slide. So earlier we talked about in the pre-market prep, guys, small caps, if they are, they're the laggards. So if they start to slide, do they foreshadow an upcoming move? We shall see, and we are still rejecting off of this three-day range. All right, so we've been trading in a range for the past 3 days. 3 days and counting. Apple continues to show strength. Apple does have a symmetrical triangle brewing, which can go either way. breakout or breakdown. I'm looking at Apple 315s. These expired in 26, so they're 1 DTEs. Okay, early watch on Apple calls. Early watch on Apple calls. Meta, I want to see Meta respect that PMH. Okay, Meta respect PMH. If you can do that, that's good. Bitcoin did push above 80K, guys. Got to 81K, but just failed to hold that 80K. So Bitcoin, as long as it holds that 75K, guys, Bitcoin is still bullish. Okay, don't let that 5-10K pullback make you think it's going to give up all those moves. All right, so what's the likelihood? Is it a pullback or a complete pushback to 60K? All right, since it made this move naturally, it didn't just happen in one day. It's going to take multiple days for it to get back to 60K. And I don't think it's going to get back to 60K, if you ask me. All right, I don't think it's going to get back to 60K, at least for the rest of the month. They can get back to it at some other time, but we shall see. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. So we are seeing that strength continue in DRAM. See if DRAM could hold that PMH. Apple continues to push. Okay. NVIDIA 211. 211.50. See if that takes place. We have Shockwave. Thank you for the gap up there, Ilion. Shockwave 5. Let's make sure. Yeah, Shockwave 5 will be there for us. I want to see if this hourly candle can at least get above 766.87. Okay. Apple is coming in hot. Apple is coming in hot, guys, but it needs to hold. It needs to hold above PMH. NVIDIA coming in hot as well. See if Apple could at least hold 310, 310.30. Okay, Shockwave 5 here on SPY. So you notice how small cap's selling off. We notice how the Dow's selling off. The Dow's near PML. Okay, that hourly, we're still fighting. Bulls are trying to fight for this hourly here. If it is a magnet day, look at small caps, guys. Small caps are falling off a cliff. All right, look. Small caps. Look at the Dow falling off a cliff. If the Dow can't hold PML, the only thing keeping SPY where it is the fact that the Qs are pushing. If the Qs start to fade, Dow's weak, small caps weak, SPY will start to drag, get dragged lower. Small caps, I'm going to have that on watch. It does have some room to continue to push. You took IWM Shockwave 60, Shockwave 5. Good. NVIDIA continues to push. Small caps do have some room into that D50 and PML. Small caps in the Dow dumping. Qs holding. Qs holding on to dear life. They're holding on to that VWAP, holding on to dear life. If the Qs start to fade, I could take the Shockwave 5 on SPY into that daily upside breaker. 766 puts. I'll have a close eye. I'll keep a close eye on that. That's if the Qs can, if the Dow can stay below that PML. We have Meta starting to wake up here. We have Meta starting to wake up. Microsoft waking up. We have Nvidia waking up. Google still asleep at the wheel. So what we do know, guys, is the same thing we've been seeing continues to take place. The same thing we've been seeing the past numerous weeks continues to take place. All right, chop, 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 chop. Tomorrow's the big day. If we can get above 768.77 on SPY, Shockwave 5. Just want to see the Dow get back above PML and bounce, and the Qs remain above that VWAP. Okay, if the Dow can hold that, respect that 535, and continue to bounce off that, and the Qs can remain above VWAP, Shockwave 5 come into play on SPY. If you're waiting for 15, wait for 15. Yeah, Amazon dropping. See if you can hold below. See if you can hold below that PML. So when you see a name drop into PML, especially the first couple of minutes, all right, it can be PML or PMH, any of those levels. It can very well be a trap. You have to let it clear unless you're just scalping it right off the open. You have to let it kind of let the dust settle. Give it at least at minimum 5 minutes and see what that 5-minute candle looks like. Because those drops and pops from PML are very, very short-lived. Okay, we see the Q starting to fade here. If the Dow gets below PML, continues to push lower. Okay, I don't mind taking the calls or the puts on SPY on the other side of this breakdown. If this 5-minute range holds up for the next 6 minutes, 5 minutes and some change, that tells us, that further illustrates the fact that we are so range bound. Good morning, good morning, good morning, guys on YouTube. Let's get to the chat on YouTube. Good morning, good morning, good morning, guys. Let's get the likes up as well. Make sure to like the video. Make sure to like the video. Make sure to subscribe. Okay. Good morning, everyone in the chat. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Poll question for today: bullish or bearish? Very straightforward. Good morning, George and followers. May God bless you and your family and your health and your stock trading accounts. Show gratitude and smash the like button. God bless you too. God bless everyone joining us. Every day is an opportunity, guys. Every day is a blessing. Don't discount one day. Don't let one day go. Verse of the day, Psalms 105. Good morning, Sid. Good morning, Rob. Good morning, Vanuz. Good morning, Poman. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Okay, so it's a matter of who gives up that level. The Dow continues to push below PML. Qs give up that VWAP. SPY breakdown. Okay, the Q stay above VWAP. Dow recaptures PML. Okay, that'll lift SPY higher. In the meantime, while that goes back and forth, we can anticipate SPY continue to stay within this range. There goes Microsoft. Microsoft above PMH. Palantir starting to push as well. Keep a close eye on Microsoft. Microsoft is very spready. Be mindful of that. Palantir 185s. We're going to continue to push. We have Nvidia also waking up as well. We have Nvidia waking up as well. We have software. Software names pushing. Okay, Shockwave 15 in the next couple minutes here. Nvidia pushing. So I'll add Nvidia to the list. Nvidia's contracts not tradable. I would recommend trading them, guys. They have earnings tomorrow. So, all right, don't forget IV 77%. Okay, so no touch. The rule applies. Okay, if it reports earnings that week, and give it a cool off period, I would not trade it intraday, guys. You can get better bang for your buck trading something else. Apple going south. SPY going east. Okay. Dow going south, Q's going north, SPY going east. Very pricey, yes. I'm not touching NVIDIA. Okay. Good morning, Richie. Good morning, Jose. Good morning, good morning, good morning, Jen. Good morning, guys. Good morning, Nico. So mixed bag. It's a matter of which one can drag SPY lower. We do have Shockwave brewing on small caps. Okay, small cap Shockwave brewing. You have room into that PML. Okay, you have room into that PML. Initially, you have room into that PML. Palantir pushing nicely here. NVIDIA, no go zone there. If SPY puts, SPY calls, I'm there for it. Via Shockwave 5, we just need the Qs to give up PML, go south, and we need the Dow to continue to push lower than PML. And SPY has room into this territory, so think of it like a scalp. Okay, think of it as a scalp. I'm looking at the 765s on SPY. The 766s went in the money. Waiting for a signal here. And I can't forget Blesla. Almost lost track of Blesla. You can go with the 360s, 355s. These are 1 DTEs on Tesla. Okay, via Shockwave 15 for the calls. Okay, so that's the watch. These are the contracts I'm watching. Tesla, Palantir, SPY. And Apple's also there as well, but it won't show you more than that. Okay, so Palantir calls, SPY calls, Tesla calls, Apple. That might be off the list. Apple calls at some point in time. So here we go. These are the contracts I'm watching. Okay, Palantir continues to push. Shockwave 15 is here. Keeping a close eye on Tesla. If you do take Shockwave 15 on small caps, you have room into that PML. Okay. If you can clear that, good. But don't discount that. Qs are starting to push. I want to see Tesla break that level and continue to go. We're officially in Shockwave 5 window, guys. Shockwave 15 window. Tesla needs to clear that PMH. Okay. There goes NVIDIA, of course. When the IV is this high, there goes NVIDIA. Palantir, keeping a close eye on Palantir. Tesla does have a 352 to clear. 352.60 needs to clear that. So let's see if we can get some sense of direction. The small caps falling off a cliff. You have room into that PML and that 50% retrace. That D50. Okay, you can take a majority off there, manage accordingly. If you can break below that decisively, then you can turn to a nice trade. We have the Qs looking to push. We have the Dow at the low day. Right, so by now, guys, if you've been watching for more than 10 episodes, you should understand synchronized buying, synchronized selling. What we refer to as synchronized buying, synchronized selling. Okay. Keeping a close eye on Palantir, keeping a close eye on Tesla. Let's see if Tesla can turn to Blesla and give us an opportunity here. Okay. Waiting for a signal here on Tesla. I want that hold. Give me that nice little retest. It's testing PMH. Tesla, looking at the 166s. The 360s. Okay, the contracts are 166. If you took Tesla already, manage accordingly. you took Blesla, it's working nicely. Manage accordingly. Of course, NVIDIA gets the clean break on the day where the IV's through the roof. No surprise. Okay. They're luring you in, guys. They're luring you in to trade NVIDIA. All right. Everything that glitters is not gold. Okay. Q's breaking those highs. Look at this. The Q's and the Dow are doing the complete opposite. Small caps, okay. Nice scalp on small caps if you took into that PML. Tesla, scalp into PMH. If you can hold PMH, continues to push. That would be great. We have Palantir possibly brewing. SPY not doing much, guys. So Tesla come back in. I'll be there for it. Also, Meta. Meta also possibly setting up as well. With Meta, guys, mid or bid, avoid getting the ask. Mid or bid, avoid getting the ask. Adds room to 570. Qs are trying to do their part. Qs are trying to do their part. Qs are trying to do their part. Qs are doing their. Look at NVIDIA. Okay, Q's headed towards PMH. So Q's breaking out. Dow breaking down. See if I can catch a bid here. Tesla come back in. One more little drop in Tesla, that'd be great. I'm looking for that Tesla push lower. Push lower Tesla. NVIDIA, just crazy break here. Okay, Tesla get that bounce. Get that resurface Tesla. Okay, I'm going to take it right there. Didn't get the best fill, but I'm going to take right there. I'm going to take Tesla right there. I got it right off that wick. I wanted to get it right off 352.23 in Tesla for the first trade. Tesla, conservative is a risk. Conservative is a risk. See if you get some follow through behind that. So I took it at face value. I want to see a nice little push on Tesla here. Okay, Tesla get above 353.19 would be good to go. My risk is 351.41. No close below there. No close below there. So small caps, nice little breakdown on small caps. Currently in Tesla here. I want to see Tesla knock out 353.13. We need to declare a victory above this PMH, guys. We need to declare a victory above this PMH. Okay, we did take Tesla. Manage accordingly, guys. Manage accordingly. Okay, PMH is right there. So if you want to scalp out of that, you can scalp. If you were looking for high of day, 353.13 is the number. I don't want to see a close below here. My risk, you see, the indicator gives me the risk. So my entry could have been better. My entry was on this candle's wick. Okay, Qs are starting to fade. So see if Tesla can give one more push. We want to see Tesla hold that PMH. Hold that PMH. Hold that PMH. Small caps, nice breakdown on small caps. Anyone take small caps? Anyone take small caps? If you did, tremendous, tremendous, tremendous. Okay, you can TP there. It's SPY starting to come into play. SPY is still range bound. Tesla, my average fill is 173. I was looking to get into in the 160s. Okay, but I got the 170s. See if you get some follow through, break above that 352.78. Go, 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 Tesla. Qs, guys, Qs scale out at PMH. There's 5 minute candles inside on Tesla. No close. We're starting to get an aggressive rejection off PMH. If we close below 351.48, I got to get out of there on Tesla. No close. I can accept a wick, but no close. Down go small caps. Okay, I'll give it a wick with no close. Just in case it decides to wick. So in this case, the indicator has it to where if it touches that level, you can switch it. So I'll switch it to no close, and then we'll say stop out if you have it at if it touches the level. So again, for me, no close below here. No close below there. That's about maybe 15 to 20% risk. Okay. I'll close right there, 16%. Okay, so I'll close Tesla right there, 16%. Stopped out. And I don't like how it's rejecting off that PMH. If you can get back above it, I don't mind reassessing and re-engaging. All right, but if it does turn to a PMH rejection, I don't want to see that slide all the way lower. Okay, see Tesla's coming back. All right, look at the wicks on Tesla. Let's see if we can hold that. If we can hold it, I might have to re-engage here after getting stopped out. Just very volatile. Looks like small caps was the clear winner here, guys. Small caps is the clear winner. I got see if Tesla. The action here is erratic. Look at that wick up there. No close above PMH. So I'll give it a second. I'll let it settle. I'll let Tesla settle here. Tesla might want to go flag here. So if you're able to withstand that, you want to see it knock out the high day, at least close above that PMH. All right, but very, very turbulent conditions on Tesla. A clear winner here is small caps, guys. Small caps in the Dow dumping. So on to the next one. SPY puts can come into play. That'd be great. We just need the cues to start to fade give up VWAP. SPY puts, we have room into this territory here. Okay. So first trade of the day, Tesla stopped out. Looking at SPY here. Looking at SPY here. If the cues give up VWAP, I like SPY to the downside. Did it at 766s. Okay, let's see what SPY has here. Okay, get that break and hold. Below 765.87. Get that signal as well. I like how the Qs are dumping here. At least hold that level right there. If you took that, if you're front running that move, manage accordingly. If you're waiting, continue to wait. This has room into 765.23, 765 psych level. Okay, shockwave 15. Signal is there. See if the signal can remain. Give me a quick little retest of this area here. Just revisit that right there real quick. Tesla's pushing, guys. Tesla's pushing. All right, everything's kind of doing its own thing. Tesla came very close to high day. I want to see if I can get a retrace reject here. I want to see a trap here. Okay, get a push into this territory, fall back under it. Okay, get one more little push. Fall back under it, count me in. We're in the jaws of the gap up. We are in the jaws of the gap up. I want to see the Q stay below VWAP here. I want to see the Q stay below VWAP. Now reject off of that. Okay, I'll take it right there. SPY puts. Okay, I'm on the SPY puts here. See if we can get the lower day. Risk is conservative. Looking to take it into these lows here. I want to see the Q stay below VWAP. Okay, see SPY plus continue to push. Go, go, go. Stay below this key zone here. If you did take this, manage accordingly. These contracts are moving at a snail's pace. Okay, now knockout 765.64 in the next 58 seconds. Remain below here. Okay, no close above there. I can accept wicks, but no close. Okay, go, go, go. Manage accordingly, guys, if you took that. If we do continue to dump, Amazon puts can come into play. Okay, nice, nice, nice. Up 7, 8, 9. TP where you need to, guys. Scale out. Up 11. I see the Qs can knock out those lows. Stay below 765.78. 765.78. And get below 765.53. Go, go, go. Who took that? If you took that, congratulations. Okay. The Qs could knock out those lows, guys. The Dow's dumping already. So again, the small caps foreshadowed the dump. We talked about that in the pre-market. Small caps foreshadowed the dump. I want to see a hold below 765.61. We're getting very close to this bounce, the very sensitive area here. All right, it's very sensitive. We're about a couple of minutes away from 10 o'clock. Be mindful of that. Sometimes we do get some volatility during that time on the flip. We're up 9. Okay, so be mindful of the flip. I want to see no close below here. Okay, as long as we don't close below here, I'll see it through. Can get a little volatile on the flip, 10 o'clock flip. Look at that. Very volatile. All we need to do is knock out these lows. If you took profits already, you don't have to deal with the headache. I'm going to use this as my stop. I want to see if I can get it all the way into that level there. So no close back above here. Okay. No close back above there. In pursuit of that complete breakdown into 765. Okay, get that continue point. Look at the wicks here, guys. Okay. So bars are there. So TP1 scale out hit. See if we can get a little one more drop. That might have been it. Get that one more drop here. I want to see the Qs. I want to see the Qs break those lows. Qs break those lows. That'll be favorable. Up 11, so no change in the position. Okay, see, as long as we can stay below here, okay, probably very close to break even. In pursuit of lower day or 766.20, 766, 765.23. Okay. So see if there's a drop into that territory. It can get very sensitive in that area, so risking break even. No close above here. Okay. No close above there. Look at those wicks there. Look at those wicks. Okay, you want to take that already? And you want to complete with that trade? Max did see 11%, 10, 11%. Look at that volatility here, guys. So no close above that yellow box. If we get a close above the yellow box, it'll get stopped out. So allowed to retest it, but if it reclaims it with strength, then I'll respect it. Okay, you notice how things are starting to pick up now. The pace is starting to pick up a little bit. If the Qs can knock out these lows, we'll be good to go. Up 19, 20. Get one more drop. Hold below those lows, and I'll look to scale out. Knock out those lows. Look at that volatility, guys. They're trying to shake everyone out. Okay, get one more drop. Did see upwards of 20. But now it looks like the market just got starting to pick up some speed. Okay, I'm trying to see it get into this area. Right there. That's the goal. Did see 20 on that last drop, but it was so quick. That's the goal. Okay, feel free to TP anytime if you took that. Okay, don't wait for me to say TP. Qs are starting to break here. Knock out those lows. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Get some fall through, candle under candle. Okay, there we go. Up 21. I'm going to take a majority off right there at 22%. Down to runners. Okay, now I want to see if the runners can hold, can test this and get below it. 24, 25%. Okay. I'm going to move my no close to here. My NC. Okay. So we sat through a little bit of turbulence here. Majority off, see runners can get past this territory. This is that daily upside breaker test. So I wouldn't be surprised if buyers try to come in here. But if they want to do that that grab of those highs and then drop, we'll be there for it. If it continues to drop, but if it bounces, get stopped out of runners at least double digits. Okay, I'll close out there at 13-14% on those runners. Okay, so took this all the way to the downside. Nice push on SPY. Hit that final target. Had to sit through a little back and forth. If you scalped it for single digit, that's perfectly fine, whether it was 11% the initial time. All right, but you notice how I moved my stop to this area. So if I were to get stopped out, it's going to be maybe for 3 to 5%, and I was okay with that risk, trying to play the idea all the way to its level. Okay, so once again, the small caps have foreshadowed the move. You might not understand what I'm saying by that if you're on YouTube, guys, but if you're watching the pre-market prep show, we talked about small caps potentially foreshadowing the move. So now, okay, let's take a minute just to pause, just to breathe. The question is, do you want to short here at support or into support? Right here. Do you want to open up a position for puts right here where all these levels are? Okay, that's where we are. We're testing this major area here. So be mindful shorting those lows into lower lows. All right. Indexes, small caps outperformer. See, the Amazon can start to push. Look at Tesla, guys. Tesla making a sneaky move to the upside. So Tesla making a sneaky move to the upside. Tesla. I'll get my get back here shortly on Tesla. Not rushed, but that was a good trade on SPY. All right, we took it for that max push lower. We took it for what it was giving. Anyone still holding SPY? If you are, good. Continue to move your stops. Make sure you take a majority off. You're in good position. At least you're up double digits coming into support, rather than someone who's opening up the puts right here. Okay, who's on the fence, who's on the edge. Amazon breaking down here. We have Palantir on the verge of a breakdown. We have Google breaking down as well. We have Meta breaking down as well. Keep a close eye on those names. 25%. Beautiful job, Lynn. IWM, look at that, guys. Beautiful job, Sherman. That's how we do it. So IWM was the leader of the pack. Amazon breaking down, Meta breaking down. Okay, nice breakdown, nice breakdown, nice breakdown. All out SPY, good, good, good. Palantir's breaking down. Palantir's breaking down. On vacation, so I'm done for the day. Beautiful job. Beautiful job. And that's the whole point of trading, guys. All right, just making it fit your lifestyle. There's nothing like it. There's nothing like trading. Quick $200. All right, pace for lunch. Sherman. Enjoy your vacay. Tesla is very volatile, guys. Tesla is very volatile. You need to know how to scalp this if you want to play Tesla. Very volatile, guys. Violent. These are some violent candles. Amazon is the latest breakdown. So retrace reject on Amazon. Beautiful, nice, nice. Anyone else on vacay? Anyone else on vacay? Okay, if you don't know how to trade these violent moves on Tesla, it will turn to Stressla. Okay. So if you get stopped out, just move to the side. If it violates your stop, move to the side. You can be wrong from a technical standpoint, but you can be right from a technical standpoint, but wrong. Okay, from a time and contract standpoint. Don't be wrong for long. All right. So now let's see if we can start to fuel up off of this territory here. All right. Tesla, Amazon, come back in. Potential puts brewing on Amazon. Potential puts brewing on Palantir. Okay, I want to see Amazon get above that level and fall back under it. Okay, SPY starting to bounce here. That's why that's our TP. All right, so this morning we told our team, okay, we can short into this area. We can short into this area, but don't look for shorts in there. It's going to be very difficult. Can it work? Sure. But the chances of you opening up a short here and it continue to drop without confirmation, very, very low. So now it's in this test zone. It's testing this area. So the question now becomes, does it fuel back up? Or does it continue to push lower? And to be honest, that might take a little bit of time to get decided. Okay, we did have a catalyst as well today. All right, not a red folder, but a catalyst nonetheless. We had consumer confidence coming at 10 o'clock, so that might have been consumer confidence related. Okay, Tesla continues to drop. Nice, beautiful. Yep, back to school season. So getting the vacation sounds like Blesla indeed. All right, so you heard it here first, guys. Blesla. All right, we call Tesla Blesla if you know how to trade Tesla. We at least trade Tesla 3 times a week. Maybe 3 times a week. At least once a week we take a test. We take Tesla. Okay. And Tesla, when you're right, you can be very right. When you're wrong, move along. When you are wrong, move along. That's the wrong ticker to express your stubbornness on. That's the wrong one. We're starting to see small caps trying to gather off this PML. Look at Amazon falling off a cliff. Okay. Let me show you how violent this thing is. Okay, my scalpers, you know how to ride this thing, and if you get stopped out, it's a few paper cuts. But look at this. Okay, this is tricky. This is violence. If you're right for scalps. You're not right with that follow through. So I shot my shot here, got stopped out right there, about 15-16%. Okay. And the fact that we can't get that close above that PMH is actually suggesting that there's a lot of overhead selling pressure, a lot of supply up here. Okay. Small Amazon falling off a cliff. Amazon falling off a cliff nicely. There goes Amazon. Okay. Amazon falling. Let's get the likes up on YouTube, guys. Let's get the likes up. Amazon, if you have Shockwave 15, you take Amazon, scale out, puts right there. Microsoft is starting to fuel up. Amazon's charts are actually clean here. Okay. The main thing is with Shockwave, you don't want to chase. You don't want to get caught chasing. If it starts to get away from you, let it go. Because entries matter. Where you enter matters. Okay. You catch it, Dan? You called it out in the chat earlier on Google Meets. 20% beautiful job. Nomad. Good. So last idea we took was SPY. We took it into these lows. Still kind of just hanging out in those lows, all right? So let's see if we can start to get that break. Qs continue to dump. Okay, objective this week is to get 1 to 3 shots up. 1 to 3 shots up. Yeah, Meta's an interesting one. Amazon retest, I can be there. Amazon retest, I can be there. Count me in, put me in, coach. Apple starting to break down as well. Treat that as a scalp. This looks like it wants to bounce here. Okay. I'll be very reluctant to take any puts here, guys. Be very reluctant. We might be at some level of exhaustion. Because sellers are trying to drop this, but there's demand here. Unless the incoming supply overwhelms the demand, it's very difficult for it to go any lower. And what they need to get past is this box here, this key zone. Okay, as SPY is starting to bounce, Tesla, my second attempt on Tesla might be loading here. Despite the madness on Tesla, if we can get a nice little bounce on SPY, might get some follow through here on Stressla or Blessla. So yin and yang. First time, okay, boom, nice. Met my minimum goal for the day. The goal is, for me, is to come and get out way before the counterpunch 100%. And Tesla's putting up a fight, guys. It's not going to be a smooth fight. Okay? It's not going to be one of those fights where you come out unscathed. Okay. Nvidia coming for that retest, but Nvidia want no parts of it. Nvidia IVs through the roof. Meta breakdown possibly brewing into low a day. Let me take a look at Meta. But for Meta to continue to drop further, we need SPY to make lower lows to continue to push. Meta. Okay, the Meta 560s. Spreads are atrocious. Spreads are 20 cents, guys. I'll forego Meta. Okay, you have to go with the bid. Bid. SPY is starting to gather here. It's trying to gather itself. Let's get the waves going here. Do the wave 1 and 2. Okay, the most immediate waves. Amazon. Standout performers, Amazon. Here. So we have waves 1 and 2. You can correlate wave 3 very close to that 9 on the 5. If you do 3. Okay, that closely coincides with the 9 on the 5. Okay. Keep a close eye on this hourly candle. What type of candle is hourly forming? What type of candle is this hourly candle forming on the early stages of the hourly? Still early stages, okay? So as SPY starts to fuel here, we're still in a bearish wave. So if you're a trend trader, keep that in mind. Okay, so keep that in mind. Okay. Tesla flashed, shook. Yeah, 100%. Tesla is just very erratic. Amazon nice and clean here. Pound here, continue to break. We got 9 MA test, third wave test as well on SPY. Okay. If this hourly candle can close as a hammer going into the next hour, we have some signs that buyers are interested in that area. But this hourly candle still has 40 minutes left to go, guys. 40 minutes left to go. Still, it's still in its early stages. Again, guys, make sure to like the video. Take a minute to like the video. We are at close to the hour mark. 2 trades so far. Tesla stopped out. SPY worked out beautifully. And we're looking for our next idea, next trade. And that's probably coming in during second shift. All right, so Meta starting to break here. You can take Meta into lower day, mid or bid. See if Meta can hold there as it breaks with some follow through. Okay, so Meta get very close to those lows. Scalp. Apple is starting to slide. So nice third wave rejection. If you're going to do just second and third wave, you can just do that. Okay. A second and third wave will give you something very close to 9. Okay, so you can see comes into that, continues to push lower. Nice little dead cat bounce. Qs continue to push. SPY knocks out that 65.07. We will continue. We'll have that continuation candle on the 5 minute. Qs continue. Qs are testing the key zone here, guys. So TP1 already hit. TP1 already hit. take a look at Tesla's contract chart. Wild. Okay. My average fill earlier on Tesla when I took it earlier was 173. If Tesla comes back into play, I'm going to treat Tesla as a scalp into that PMH break into the high day. And I'll take it at face value for the resurface. As soon as it gets back above it, I'll take it at face value. Momentum from the break. See if SPY can bounce off 765. Right, Tesla does have some overhead traffic at that PMH at 352.60. See if SPY can catch a bid at 765. Alright, there's some legitimacy behind this rejection here, guys. TP2 hit. TP2 hit. Okay, Tesla. Let's see if Tesla can hold there. The fact that SPY is dumping, a little discouraging. See if SPY can at least reclaim that 765 before pulling the trigger on Tesla. Get a hammer there. And that might give Tesla enough to push. SPY headed towards this weekly open, guys. SPY headed towards weekly open. Look at that rejection. Alright, so look at that. Can SPY catch a bid? If it can, I'll take SPY. I'll take Tesla here. I'll take Tesla right there. I'm going to test the calls. See if we can knock out that 352.23 second attempt into PMH. Trying to time it with a reclaim of 765 on SPY. We did take that manage accordingly, up 4%. I want to see Tesla get above 352.50 and hold. Up 6. Okay, nice push on Tesla. Up 9. Get that continued push higher. Candle over candle. Get that push above that 352.80. Up 11. I'm going to take a majority off right there at 12% on Tesla. Down to runners. And see if those runners I can take those into higher day. Stop will be PMH. Okay. So nice push on Tesla. Tesla's very erratic, so I got to take that 11, 12, whatever it gives. I'll have that stop very close to break even. I'll give it about a minus 5% buffer. And I want to see SPY hold this at 765. If it can do that, great. And I want to see Tesla hold this 352.36. Okay. SPY testing 765. Okay, I'll close Tesla right there. And for about 2-3%, very close to break even. Alright, so Tesla quick scalp. Alright, can it continue to push above PMH? Sure. But it probably needs SPY to hold above 765. But my intentions was to scalp Tesla there. If you're seeing it through, manage accordingly. They are 1 DTEs, so I'm treating them like zeros, but they are ones. It's just I want to see SPY hold above that 765. Tesla continues to push. You have room into HOD high day. Down goes Alphabet. Okay, what are some things to engineer us out of here? All right, so now we're at this key zone. What are some things from a technical standpoint? If you're looking to take this to the upside, a technically sound reversal, what are some things you're looking for? Of course, reversal patterns. All right, you're looking for reversal patterns. Okay, the first thing I would look for if I was looking to take it back to the upside is, of course, you can wait. The last thing to change is, of course, the waves. The waves will be the last thing to change. But before that, keep in mind, the indicators follow the technicals. What I mean, it follows price action. Okay, so probably what I would look for is, okay, I got these lows here. I got these lows here. The first thing I want to see is these lows here. I want to see a series, just a low that's higher than this low. And then can that low lead to a high that's higher than this high? Okay, so AKA inverse head and shoulder. That's what inverse head and shoulder is. Okay, so nice. I like that TP on Tesla, guys. TP on Tesla, I like it. Look how quick that took place. Of course, I wanted to continue to push higher, but the main thing is, guys, SPY's inability to hold up at 765. You can see Tesla. This is where we took it. Okay. Break even Meta. Good. Meta is headed towards lows a day. So nice catch on Meta. Quick scalp Tesla. Yes, Tesla's wild, guys. I would even say don't even touch Tesla today. I'd go as far as to say don't touch Tesla today. Okay, so that's 3 trades. So 3 trades today. 3 trades are in first. 2 came on Tesla. First one stopped out. Second one worked out. And SPY. So SPY is, and look at small caps. Okay, let's go back to this chart real quick. Bird's eye view. Okay, what do small caps do? We talked about small caps being the index that's foreshadowing some of the moves at times, and is this another case of that as well? Small caps drop when everything was relatively holding its strength. Small caps get that pop off this territory. All right, so these are things we discussed in pre-market, guys. So now there's some legitimacy behind this hold. It has room to continue to push the upside, and is that going to kind of foreshadow SPY possibly getting picked up here? So SPY is still testing this major support area. Okay, there's 4 key levels there. So if you're looking to short this, you're going to have to pop the fades and fade the pops. Not pop the fades, fade the pops. What that simply means is any kind of buying that takes place, you take it, you slam the puts when buyers are coming in. This thing went to TP3. Okay, nice push lower on Palantir as well. Okay, first shift is fishing the books. Let us know you did, guys. Let us know you did. Let us know how you did there. Look at that. Look at that. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Shenanigans. I wanted to see what those contracts did. Those put contracts. Goodness. They spiked all the way to... They spiked all the way to 304. Okay. We got those contracts at 110. Look at that wick. Is this another trap back to downside? They're going to drag these people to the upside. All right, so we'll see. I have no horse in the race. So now we need that close below it, guys. We need to make up that wick. Just close below it on the 15 at least. Because it's turning into a hammer. This might be a nice little bear trap. All right. We saw this take place on, what ticker was it yesterday? We were trading. We saw a massive trap. I forget which ticker it was. It's slipping my mind. All right, we were short this ticker. All right. And it takes out those highs and then drops. We were talking about, was it? Which one was it? Was it? I think it was Nvidia. Might have been Nvidia. Might have been Nvidia. Let's rewind the clock. Yeah, I think it might have been Nvidia. I just completely lost track of which one it was. I'll have to check my journal and see. Okay, you can see nice breakdown in Nvidia. Speaking of Nvidia, but Nvidia does report earnings tomorrow. Will SPY bounce back in the second half? It very much can bounce back in the second half. Okay, but it needs to use this territory. You see here? It needs to recapture 705, 765, so on and so forth. Look where they drop this thing into. Okay, they fill all these orders and squeeze it back to the upside. Gold is starting to pick up some speed. Crypto is starting to pick up some speed as well. Bitcoin. VIX did spike into 1630 quickly. Fell back under. Look where the Qs are, guys. Qs are bouncing off of this area. Okay. Look what small caps are doing. Small caps are bouncing here as well. Okay. Okay. Actually, I do need the label. VWAP is right there. I don't want the labels here. Okay, so bearish wave. Palantir. Look at Amazon, guys. Amazon drops, and Meta and Tesla have been very tricky. Meta just completely bounces off of that. Okay, so there's nothing for me to do here with SPY, guys. With this, whenever I see a candle like this, okay, nothing to do. All right, so at this point, unless something high quality comes down the line, we already took our 3 trades. If you are just joining us, is Walmart coming into play? Let's see Walmart real quick. Walmart is retesting some major levels here. Bigger picture. Walmart came into the jaws that earnings gap down. And now Walmart, see if Walmart can catch a bid off those lows coming into this test area. So Walmart spent some time in this area. 104.22, 104.20s, 104.70s, and see if it gets bought back up. We can possibly consider Walmart. What key levels do we have in this area? Quick scalp, 5% Tesla, good. So this kind of leads us into this weekly open, daily downside breaker. Okay, how we doing, guys? First shift in the books. Let us know how you did during first shift. Shenanigans candle. Okay, kind of throwing a wrench into the equation. Massive wick here. Walmart dumped past the low part of the day. Gap close of whoosh. Yep, you see that BOG? And even went past BOG, even went past prior to close. Let's actually dissect this a little further. Okay. Let's go to the 10-second chart. Look at this. 1 second chart. We can go to the exact second. Look at that. technically, it's not even a 1 minute drop. Okay, technically, the lowest we can go is 1 second. All right, this is a 2-second drop. Okay, 2 seconds. 2 seconds. $1.57. It's not even a 1 minute drop. It's just 2 seconds. Okay. At between 10:30:27 and 10:30:28. All right. What does that line up with? Transition from shift to shift as well. All right. So you can see 2 seconds, $1.57. To give you some context, let's go back to the 1 minute. Is there a time where we dropped before that? What was our total drop? Okay, 205, and that took an entire hour. So it took us from high to low. Actually, we won't even go from high to low. We'll go from the open. From the open to where we dropped to during the first hour of the day, that's $1.47 roughly. Second shift rolls around, in 2 seconds, we get $1.57 drop. And that drop immediately gets bought back up. This is a trap. All right, Tesla resurfacing back the upside. Okay. Vicious, to say the least. Again, it's very difficult to go short here, guys. Very difficult. Here as well. Here as well. Now the small caps are foreshadowing what the other index are looking to do. Okay, so small caps back above VWAP. Qs headed towards that 9. SPY testing the waves. Yeah, that did definitely deleted accounts. Right? Some people that without proper risk management, the reality is, guys, as retail traders, guys, we don't have proper risk management. If you get caught in a move like that, okay, that candle is basically a tombstone. It's a tombstone candle for accounts. Yeah, that trap was nasty. All right, so if you guys are green up until now, and this might be as good as it gets. Okay, so it might be as good as it gets, guys. So make sure to make the right call as the account manager. All right, you call the shots. You are the head honcho for your account. Okay. Think of it like you're managing someone else's capital. All right. If you're green up until now, hour workday in the books. Good, good, good. SPY still grinding lower, but it's just the way it's grinding. Very trappy, very slow. We have NVIDIA earnings, we have GDP, we have PCE, Meta getting a push to the upside. Outside of Amazon, retrace, reject, there's nothing for me to really do on SPY. Nothing across the indexes. Okay, potential reclaim back the downside on small caps into lower day, into PML, possibly. Oh, rejections off the wave. Okay. So first shift is in the books, first hour is in the books. Make sure to like the video, guys. Let's get the likes up. Make sure to like the video. Who's done for the day, guys? Who's done for the day? Let us know if you're done for the day. Okay, let us know how many trades you took and if you are done for the day. Okay, rejection off the wave. Back into the jaws of this massive candle. Yeah, what a candle, 100%. And the thing is, some traders see this candle and they see this and they want to take it to the upside. They see that some traders see this breakdown, they want to take it to the downside, they get caught. Right, so they're coming after everybody. Okay, so the market is choosing complete violence today. Okay. It's seeking annihilation. I made $1.52. I'm out for the day. Good. What a candle. I think coin MSTR are going to march up this month. Spready, not sure how to trade it. Yeah, bid or bid. I think there's an ETF you can trade. It's a good way to expose yourself to Coinbase. The thing is double leverage Coinbase. Does anyone know off the top of their head? I saw it a while back. It was I think it's CONL. Yeah, CONL. CONL double leverage coin. $6. All right, so there's a cheaper way to play Coinbase. Double leverage, you know what that means. All right, so CONL. Bitcoin gets back above 80K. CONL gets above this territory. That's about $6 per share. On the option side, I don't think they have options. Let's take a look. But that's reasonable to get the shares. Yeah, option side, you can play that with options as well. Okay, they do have options available on CONL. Okay, options. CONL is a cheaper way to get some exposure to Bitcoin, Coinbase, the Coinbase move, but it's double leverage. All right, so think of this, okay, between the 6 and this 650 as roughly that 80K territory. So if Bitcoin catches a bit the upside, above 80K, more than likely make a push above here on CONL, going all the way to the 772, so on and so forth. Okay, that could be one way as well. Okay, at peak CONL, to give you a little bit of context. All right, so write this ticker down if you're not familiar with it. Let's go to 3 month. Okay, so it's been around since 23. You know, we know that there was a bullish cycle on crypto to the upside, but this is double leverage, so it's going to experience twice the move. Right, at the highs was at 87. That was in January 2024. Okay, 87. So if you relate that to Bitcoin, okay, Bitcoin, what am I looking at here? Why is it only showing for 2010? January 2007, let's take a look. January 2024, that's roughly here. Okay, so Bitcoin was about 108, 110,000. So if Bitcoin does decide to make a push to 100K at some point in time, say for instance you want to take leaps on CONL, all right, if you think this push above 80K can lead to Bitcoin getting to 100K in 6 to 12 months from now, CONL leaps go all the way until 2028. Okay, the $7 leaps are $3.60. All right, so $360 instead of getting the leaps on Coinbase. But be mindful, the spreads are also spready the further you go as far as DTEs. So try to get the best fill. All right, so that'll be another way to approach it. Fido. I'd say CONL and Amara will be the best. The capital allocation friendly ways to play this to play the Bitcoin theme. And let us know in the chat if you traded CONL before. There's also CoinX. Yep, there's a bunch of them. CoinX. There's so many ETFs now. Okay, there's also CoinX, very similar. ConX, same thing. All right, same, about $7, $8. Also double leverage. Okay. Okay, yeah, the Bitcoin proxy ETFs, yeah. The best approach. Any other questions, guys? I think that's enough trading for me for today. I like to keep it at 1 to 3. We've been saying it early this week. If Amazon can come into play between now and 12 o'clock when we do our extended stream, I can entertain Amazon. Maybe one more, but it has to be something that I love. If not, okay, I'll be done for the day. What does double leverage mean? Double leverage means it makes 2x the move. Okay, the move is multiplied by 2. Not from a price standpoint, not like, oh, Coinbase is, say for instance, say Coinbase is, what's Coinbase's price? Let me get the exact price. Coinbase is at $185. So double leverage doesn't mean that it's going to be 2x $185. It's going to be 2x the move Coinbase is making. All right, so if Coinbase makes a dollar move, all right, so if Coinbase makes a 1% move, then in relation to its price on CONL, CONX, any double leverage, they'll make a 2% move. Okay. Fell right into the wave right there. And that is you have the options to kind of find the wave that works nicely for you. That's basically second and third wave. Second and third wave correlate very closely to the 9 and the 20 MA on the 5. Translated to 1 minute time frame. Kind of like a happy medium, not too shallow, not too deep. Apple falling off a cliff. Options as well. The only thing with those options is the spreads. Just be mindful of the spreads. So there's so many ways. There's so many ways to approach it now. So many options. Okay, and now since there are so many options, the hard part is too many options. I always like to use the example of so when you were a kid, if you're standing in front of a vending machine and you have $1, all right, you have $1, but all your favorite candies and treats are in the machine, and you can only get one. All right, so analysis paralysis. The fact that you have so many options slows down your process. All right, so that's the kind of environment where we live in now. There's so many options, so many ETFs. There's ETF for everything. There's ETFs coming out every single day. Double leverage, triple leverage, inverse, thematic ETFs. All right, by the time we're trying to find an ETF, the move already takes place. All right, so have your go-to. Always have a go-to in certain sectors and spaces. All right, in a certain sector, know the top 5. So every trader must know, okay, 55 tickers. All right, so there's 11 sectors. Know the top 5 in each of the sectors by heart. You want to know the top names in those sectors. And then you want to know how they relate to those sectors and the dynamics between multiple sectors. How the rotation plays out. That gives you insight on synchronized buying, synchronized selling. Right, a lot of different things. You can extract a lot of information that can help you make better decisions. So knowing all the sectors, 11, knowing all the XLK, XLF, XLY, XLC, XLV, XLP, XLI, all of them. Because this is your domain. You have to know it. And when you know all of them, know the top. First, maybe start off with the top 3. But eventually, I know the top 5. So you can quickly spot where the moves are taking place. And then now when you know those 11 sectors, you know the top 5, what you can do is for each of those sectors, okay, know 3 ETFs, 3 thematic ETFs for that specific sector. All right, so now when you think of XLK as a sector, the tech sector, right, some thematic ETFs in that space it's kind of broken down. You have SMH, you have memory, you have software, you have the MAGs. MAGs kind of combines multiple sectors together. All right, so your overall market knowledge from a technical standpoint is not going to help you too much, but from an awareness standpoint, situational awareness standpoint, and from a trader IQ standpoint, all right, you'll have a good idea of what to do, where to look when things are taking place. As if you watch sports, there's certain players, they have high IQ. They know the game inside and out, even though they're not the most athletic, right? They have such high IQ, right? They can kind of basically telegraph where the defense is going to be, telegraph where the player is going to cut. And that comes from studying the game. So same thing for us as well. So it's not going to make you technically better on the chart on the 1 minute, but it's going to increase your trader IQ. And your ability to know where to look when things are moving and shifting and evolving. And over time, you'll be able to capitalize off that IQ. And you know exactly where to look. All right, same thing with Bitcoin. 65K on our radar for a long time, for months. We go over it every single morning. So bird's eye view is basically, okay, getting you to build your trader IQ. That's the point of the bird's eye view every single morning. We don't have to walk through it every day. All I can do is just say, these are the levels. And just pay attention to it. But we dissect each one of them specifically. So you have an idea and it becomes like a pattern and you know what to look for and you can do it on your own as well. Okay, so very, very important. So that's my challenge to you guys. Okay? Know the 11 sectors. If you don't know them, become aware of them. Once you're aware of them, know each of them. Know the top 5 names in each of the sectors by heart, by memory. All right? And then once you know that, you can start to know some thematic ETFs that fall into those sectors. Know at least 3. And you can include, of course, you have to have a Bitcoin ETF and Ethereum ETF as well. IBIT and ETH, okay? It's going to be very important, okay? It's going to be very important to know that. Let's check it on the chat. Okay, thank you, Ibid. Yeah, Ibid is a good one as well. I think copper is the best bet for the long run. We are so short right now. It's ridiculous. The price is gonna boom soon. Stock FCX SCCO. 100%. Let's take a look at that. Yeah, once the precious metals come back, it's like the market kind of just has themes, right? Once the precious metals come back, then everything will start to run up again, right? Kind of Bitcoin's kind of under the radar and then kind of just moving around. If Bitcoin crosses back above 100K, okay, then the masses will be start talking about Bitcoin once again. 90K, maybe some people who have a little bit of insight will start talking about it once again. By the time it's hit all-time highs, okay, then it's talked about across the board. All right, and that's when it's at the very top. All right, you start to see all these episodes of Bitcoin here, Bitcoin there. Everyone's talking about Bitcoin, 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 Bitcoin. And by that time, most of the people that got in at 60, 70, 80K, all right, they're putting money in their back pocket. Unless they're just Bitcoin maxis. Next 60 years, the production is 10,000 years because of the AI data. Electric cars 100%. Those precious metals are critical, and there's only a certain amount. You can't make any more. Yep, these are the sectors. Create that watch list, guys. If you don't have that watch list, if you are a member, you do have access to my watch list. Okay. So you have access to my TradingView watch list. It's organized nicely. All right, the way I like to look at it is instruments. Okay, I have these different instruments. Just my own verbiage. I have the indexes. I have the starters, the usual suspects. I have the reserves. All right, some names I'm also looking at. So these names we're looking at every day. I have the sectors. Okay, sectors. And within that, I have the individual sectors and the corresponding names in there. Okay, so it's organized nicely for you. And you have access to this. I have the economic metrics as well. Okay, you can take a look at that. TradingView actually gives you those charts. Okay. Mortgage rates, interest rates, CPI. We'll chart that for you. So you see I have the sectors here. So we have the sectors or the sector overview. And then we have each of the sectors. Tech, financials, healthcare, discretionary, industrials, communications, staples, energy, real estate, materials, utility. All right, so if I see, say for instance, okay, so now I'm seeing some activity, 10,000 foot overview. Okay, DRAM, SMH, XLK, they're all moving. These are subsectors that I added to the list because they're important. The theme was there. All right, so XLK is moving. Okay, behind XLK, XLV is moving. So if I see XLV is moving, I go to XLV. Where's my XLV? XLV here. Okay, Merck up 2%. Pfizer up 1.36%. AbbVie, Amgen, DHR, Johnson & Johnson up. And matter of fact, one of the healthcare names two of the biggest names are in our reserves. Okay, Lilly and United Health. Where is it? Okay, United Health flat. So you can start to see where the opportunities are. So Merck, ticker symbol MRK, is moving. Okay, but just because it's moving, it doesn't mean you trade it, because you have to understand how it moves. Is it coming off of a gap up, coming off of a gap down? But it just gives you an idea of what's moving and grooving. Okay, Pfizer. We should have, I should have mRNA in here. Moderna. Okay, so you have access to this as a base. You can see Pfizer. Pfizer Healthcare goes moving. What's getting dumped? XLP. Okay, let's go to XLP. What's selling off in XLP? Okay. Target falling off a cliff. Okay, Target falling off a cliff. Okay. Target. But this primarily took place during pre-market. So you have to have the awareness. Not just because it's weak, take the calls or puts. Those days no longer exist, guys. So use it as some kind of guidance. Dollar General falling off a cliff. Okay, PepsiCo falling off a cliff. All right, so that's how you use market, your overall trader IQ, to find those opportunities. Before you take it, but before you take any of those trades, you have to do your ticker due diligence. You have to know how that ticker moves. You have to know how it behaves. Okay, what the spreads are like. Okay, so it's not just, oh, I see this ticker move in this sector, let me load up on the calls. All right. You have to know which ones move, which ones have the best contracts, which ones have the most volume, which ones closely follow the sector. Okay. That's where you're going to start. That is where you want to start. Okay. It is 11 o'clock, guys. Apple ended up falling off a cliff. Amazon continues to drop. Nope. I dropped my phone on the keyboard. Okay, so new hourly candle, we're smack dab in the middle. So tomorrow we should have a little more action. We have CPI, PPI. No, take that back. We have PCE, GDP, and we have Nvidia earnings. Okay, and we have Nvidia earnings. All right, look at this, smack dab in the middle, back to this test zone. 3-day range continues to hold up. Okay, this is the 3-day range support. 3-day range resistance. We are in a catalyst-driven market. So for us to break out of this 3-day range, guess what? We got the perfect recipe. We got 2 catalysts tomorrow. We got 2 catalysts tomorrow. And they're not just any ordinary catalyst. They're huge catalyst. They're red folder catalyst. PCE, GDP. Okay. Any questions, guys? Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? Apple, that was a nice dump on Apple. Apple seems to be the one name in recent weeks. In the last, I'd say, 7 to 10 days. If it does move, it has a little bit of, it has some follow through to it once it gets going. 43%, beautiful job, Devil Dog. Tremendous job. Seems Canada post tariff on U.S. on what? Maple syrup, lumber. Yep, Nvidia earnings tomorrow. Too bad it was only a few contracts. Apple is coming with that PML, so that's a good area to lock in some profit. We have Microsoft on the verge. If SPY starts to catch a bid here, SPY is a complete mess. Microsoft on the cusp of a break. Potential flag off of that breaker. We have small caps already reclaimed VWAP. Okay, anything between here, guys? Not interested. Right here. Not interested here. Alright. That massive range we created. We know it took 2 seconds to make this candle. If you're just joining us. Okay, we moved about $1.60 in 2 seconds. right? This 14-minute stretch, 15-minute stretch here, the 15-minute candle here. Right, if we're going to be inside of that thing, I want no part of it. It's just a chop shop. Chop shop, chop fest. Alphabet continues to break. Amazon falling off a cliff. We got Meta possibly going for the triple dip to the downside. Okay. Candle start down with treasuries. Don't count any tariffs. We'll see you at final. Anyone else logging off? If you're done for the day, guys, tremendous job. Maybe they want to liquidate some accounts before tomorrow. If we're gonna get a clean break, okay, if we're gonna get a move with some follow through, the likelihood is it takes place tomorrow. Okay, because we have a catalyst. We're in a catalyst-driven market. So which way it goes, we don't care. We just need some follow through. We haven't had a follow through day since when, guys? Since the first 2 days of the month. Who remembers the first 2 days of the month? All right, I know that we're in a tail end of the month now, but first 2 days of the month. Let's actually go to the hourly. Okay, outside of the first 2 days of the month, it was spotty. This is post FOMC. Okay, this is post CPI, PPI. That's post earnings from the mega cap tech names, the major players. The Mag 7 minus Nvidia, they all reported. This was the 2 days, this 2 day stretch. Okay, let's measure that move. We'll say 3 days. Okay, we'll give it the benefit of the doubt. This 3 day stretch, we moved for close to 40 points, 5% in 3 days. Since then, for the remaining $19 days, okay, our range high to low from all-time highs, okay, is 2%, about 17 points. So we doubled the range. So we're basically moving half of this. We're covering half the ground that we covered in those 2 days and those 20 days. So we're moving half. So we have a catalyst. If they want to line this up perfectly, if it was up to me, if I was in charge of the algos, if I got to call the shots, I'll chop this thing up some more. All right. Sweep left, right, up, down, do whatever. And during the last hour or so, during the late tail end of the day, I'll get a dump into the day and leave it right here. Okay? So now, what's going to happen is this. If I was in charge of the algos, this is what I would do. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but this would be the perfect setup for a pump tomorrow. They leave it right there. Most people are thinking, oh my goodness, the market is dumping. They start to adopt that pessimistic mindset. And then tomorrow, we get some massive gap up from PPI, CPI, not from GDP, PCE. And then we are in range for potential follow through or drop back lower. Okay. So it's going to be very important to see where we close. And if we close below this 3 day range into this previous all-time high, okay, that might be setting up a nice bounce off of that previous all-time high, 760.40, and a potential gap up. But if we close today in this area here, we can possibly gap down into this territory, maybe dump, and then come into this area intraday tomorrow, and then fill that gap and go the other way. All right, it's still too early to call it, but we got a catalyst tomorrow. catalyst-driven market. So if we can get a day with some follow-through, okay, behind these moves, it's going to be tomorrow. If we don't get it, we'll continue to do what we do, but that's what's on our radar, guys. All right, so we're not going to force it, but we're just going to be prepared for it just in case we do get a follow-through type of day. We get synchronized buying, synchronized selling. I'll give those contracts, I'll give those positions a little room to breathe. Okay, because those follow-through days, guys, when they do come, all right, it can be home runs. We're not looking for the home runs, but if they present themselves, we'll be there for it. Okay. So it's a healthy balance, healthy balance, healthy balance. So very interesting. So make sure to don't miss tomorrow's episode. All right. You got to do yourself a favor. If you are trading, you got to tune into the stream. Yep. Good night, Meta. Yep. Breakdown right there on Meta. Nice little slide. Meta just fell off a cliff. Back to low day. Nvidia looking to go full circle. Okay. Any other questions, guys? Questions, comments, observations? I'll be done for the day. If you did miss the trades, go back, rewind, rewatch the episode. And we were able to get all three trades during first. The best trade of the day was Tesla, SPY. SPY puts gave a little room to breathe into this area and finally closed out. And Tesla took us a couple of attempts, stopped at the first time, worked at the second time, but close to break even on Tesla. The only thing where that worked is basically SPY. Okay. Any questions? Any questions, guys? Margin deficit inbound 100%. Yeah, that was a rough candle. Because say you were short there, okay, you try to cover. All right, so like add to your position some more. Maybe you think that it's going to continue to drop. All right, it's just stuck now. Now it's a matter of just eating premium. Over leveraged, sitting in drawdown, and it's chopping around. And now, of course, bumper to bumper traffic. Green, red, green, green, green. Right, bumper to bumper traffic. When those lights start to light up this frequently in a short period of time, bumper to bumper traffic. Bumper to bumper traffic equals chop. Stop, go, stop, go, stop, go. On top of that, we are inside on the hourly. Okay, inside on the hourly. Tesla coming back into play once again. Tesla's been wild. All right, so tomorrow should be very interesting. PCE, GDP. And that's basically it for the rest of the week. I have unemployment claims on Thursday. Oh, Jackson Hole on Friday. Actually, we're starting to pick up actually. We can very well be back at all-time highs or be back below 760 by the end of the week. Next week we have ISM, we have unemployment claims, all the employment data, unemployment rate, and then September we have PPI, CPI. Okay. Microsoft holding up. Scale it on Microsoft. breaking news. Trump has said that the U.S. is considering renaming Lake Ontario to Lake America. This is back and forth negotiation. Back and forth. PML and weekly open. We're stuck at PML and weekly open. If anything, it should be called Lake New York. Alright, if it's going to be Ontario as a province, if we're going to go province versus state, okay. See, you got to continue push here. Tesla's starting to push. Microsoft continues to get that lift it needs. Microsoft is at high day. Microsoft has a nice bullish wave. You can see the waves are starting to get squeezed here. VWAP 765.40, we're 34 cents away. 34 cents away from VWAP here on SPY. Okay, Tesla's starting to get lifted here. Tesla liftoff. Liftoff for Tesla. Into highs a day. As SPY seeks VWAP. SPY seeks VWAP. If SPY can get above that daily upside breaker, and Qs can hold above VWAP, Qs testing VWAP. Small caps are already above VWAP. Dow testing VWAP as well. So SPY is a laggard in relation to its VWAP. See if we can make a run for it. See if we can make a run for it. Between SPY's VWAP and where we are now, we have that daily upside breaker. Tesla's starting to push. Okay, SPY's coming to test that weekly open. So Tesla's just scalps, guys. Tesla's just scalps. If you have the appetite before that. SPY testing weekly open. Q's testing VWAP. The only thing above VWAP right now is small caps. Small caps are the only thing above VWAP. Okay, we're back to where we started yesterday at 9:30 a.m. Eastern. Okay, guys, any questions? Any questions? Any questions? We're coming to the end of the program. As always, thank you for tuning in today. If you haven't already, guys, make sure you subscribe to the channel. If you're looking to join our community, go to smartactiontrade.com or go to spystrikers.com. If you're looking to access Shockwave, link is pinned in the chat. Link is pinned in the description. Make sure to do so. Okay. Okay, so you can trade with us every single day. Pre-market prep plus the extended live trading. 2 to 4 ideas per day. Training and training every day. AI alerts, private message, courses, tools, resources, you name it, we got it. If we don't, we'll look to add it to our community so you have all the resources. Again, guys, use the code TRIAL30. Okay, use the code TRIAL30. All right, while the price is still at this level, guys, make sure to take advantage. Make sure to take advantage. This is like buying Bitcoin at 20K. All right, so once that's gone, it's going to be gone. All right, so the summer, I kept the sub prices as low as possible during the summer. Once you go to Q4, okay, the prices will probably double. All right, so they're going to double, and we're going to close out the year as strong as possible with our existing members and the new members that do want to join. Take advantage. Your grandfathered in automatically. Any members who are in our community today, you will never see a price increase, even though we add more resources and tools to Discord. And if there are things you're able to add to the Discord, reach out to me. Send me a DM. All right. If I find it helpful, we'll add it so that can enhance our members' experience. I'm always open to that. All right, guys. Last 2 minutes. Tesla, nice final breakaway on Tesla. Tesla finally gets that break. It only took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 attempts. Out of the 6 attempts, only 1 stopped out. Okay. Out of 5 attempts, 1 stopped out, and then 2 went to scale out. Let's go to Tesla. Test a nice push. Okay. So you can see. There you go. Okay, but those scalps were definitely there on Tesla. The reason why Tesla's appealing, one reason only. We can't get that full breakdown. Tesla's in a very interesting test zone. Okay, so we talked about this with our team this morning. But look how many attempts it took, right? I took 2 attempts. First one I got stopped out. Second one I was able to recover some of the stop out, a majority of the stop out, and then 4th attempt it goes. So how do you deal with this? If you're looking to get those short-dated contracts, all right, you might get stopped out unless you have a very wide risk, or you get first-dated contracts and you play the idea over the reaction. Okay, idea over reaction, meaning, okay, you know what, I want this to hold, I want these to hold, and I'm looking to take this. So that's an idea over some kind of scalp reaction. Okay, and sometimes we're going to do that. It's not going to give it to you easily sometimes. Okay, so we're testing view up here on SPY. Tesla just shot like a rocket. Giveaway 100 likes, guys. Giveaway 100 likes. Okay, the health of the channel is in your hands, team. So folks on YouTube, the health of our program is in your hands. Everything is in the hands of the viewers and in the hands of the users, guys. So if you guys want the giveaway, you must get to 100 likes. Okay. If no questions, we'll look to wrap it up here. As always, thank you for tuning in. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow should be a very interesting day. Make sure to tune in 9 a.m. Eastern, 9:30 a.m. Eastern. GDP and PCE. I keep saying CPI, PPI, GDP and PCE, as well as NVIDIA earnings. All right. Hopefully, you guys found value. We'll see you guys tomorrow. If you're green, stay clean. If you're in the trenches, keep a close eye on these key levels. Keep a close eye on synchronized buying, synchronized selling. See if we can recapture VWAP here, or do we reject off VWAP? And a big decision will be made based off this VWAP. On that note, stay safe, and God bless each one of you.
Jesus is the answer.
Oh. When the charts went dark,
What?
when the road got narrow,
Oh,
he was there.
Jesus is the answer.
I spent years chasing numbers on a glowing screen,
Going free,
thinking one more win would finally make me complete.
made me complete,
Running after green candles like they could save my soul.
like my soul.
The prophets make a poor God when they're sitting on a throne.
Ooh, yeah.
Build my house on sand,
House on sand,
watch the tide roll in,
watch the tide roll in.
learning every earthly
Every king,
kingdom has an end.
come has an end.
Some valleys look so deep,
Look so deep,
I couldn't see the light.
couldn't see the light.
Some storms got so strong,
Souls got so
strong I couldn't win the fight.
Win the fight.
But every time I thought my story might be done, I felt the hand of mercy say, my child, keep.
walking on.
Not because I'm worthy,
Not because I'm worthy,
not because I'm strong,
not because I'm strong,
but because desert.
So cold,
Questions without answers.
answers,
Battles without rest. The shadow of death felt close enough to touch.
but Psalm 23.
Kept reminding me to trust. Though I walk through valleys dark as midnight skies, I will fear no evil, for you're right by my side. The rod and the staff, the comfort and grace, the God of resurrection meeting me in that place.
I've seen doors swing open that no man could unlock.
I've seen peace show up when logic said it could not. I've seen mercy
Life story I could never write.
turning broken chances into testimony and
Jesus is the
life.
answer.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the way.
The anchor in the storm when the
Market's fucked his way.
through the highs and lows.
Through the joy and pain,
The car still stands where
everything else fades.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer.
He's today and now, the King who walks beside us through every valley's found.
If you're tired of running,
If you're carrying change,
if you're searching for purpose,
in success or anything,
the good news is simple.
that has been paid. Jesus took our place upon the cross that day.
3 days later,
The stone rolled away.
death lost the victory.
The grave could not stay.
Whoever believes
Whoever will come
will find forgiveness in the Father's
I
Son.
still trade, I still work, I still plan and prepare, but my hope is eternal and the outcome is there. Because fortunes rise and fortunes fall.
Christ remains Lord over all.
The market can give,
The market can take
but eternity rests.
on a different step.
So when the candles flicker,
And uncertainty grows.
so remember the one who's already in control.
The Lamb who was slain,
The King who will
the
reign
Alpha and Omega.
forever the same.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the way.
The anchor in the storm.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer.
Ever and ever.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the way.
Jesus is the answer.
The answer.
Jesus is the
Jesus is the
answer.
answer. Though I walk through the valley,
You are with me.
shadows around me.
You are with me.
Through the valley,
Jesus is the answer.
Jesus is the answer.
Forever and ever.
Amen.
Amen.
Jesus is the answer.
When the charts went dark, when the road got narrow, he was there.
Jesus is the answer.
I spent years chasing numbers on a glowing screen,
Going free,
thinking one more win would finally make me complete.
made me complete.
Running after green candles like they could save my soul.
Like my soul.
The prophets make a poor God when they're sitting on a throne. Build my house on sand,
House on sand.
watch the tide roll in.
Watch the tide roll in.
Learning every earthly
Every king
kingdom has an end.
come has an end.
Some valleys look so deep,
So deep,
I couldn't see the light.
couldn't see the light.
Some storms got so strong,
Souls got so
strong I couldn't win the fight.
Win the fight.
But every time I thought my story might be done, I felt the hand of mercy say, my child,
keep walking on.
not because I'm worthy,
Not because I'm